And good morning or afternoon, depending on where you are, here for Game 2 of our triple header, the opening day of the 2019 Florida DYB Machine Pitch State Tournament here in Division 2. Our second game will feature Sneads and San Antonio. Sneads will be the visitors, wearing the white with the gold Pirates across the front, pinstripes on the shirt. And Sneads will be bringing the following lineup to the plate. Number 7 is Braden Jones at second base. 86, Bryson Lewis behind the plate. 24, Gerald Bates at short. 2 is Lane Poitras in right center. 7 is Caden Taylor at third. 33, Aiden Lanier at first. 17 is Jacoby Highsmith. 19 is Barano Bear Baxley in right field. 9 is Connor Hall in right center. 10 is Maddox Gooden in left. 1 is Bowen Melanson in the pitcher circle. 6 is Micah Williams. Megan McIntosh, the manager. Patrick Jones, Matthew Neal, Aaron Lanier, the assistant coaches. Defensively for San Antonio is wearing the red caps with the white and blue tops, white pants with the red socks, red pinstripe down the side. Defensively across the infield from left to right, from third to first, 26 is Gabe Burgos. 72, Wyatt Comer. 34 is Easton Newsom, and 1 is Bryson Finley. The outfield from left to right, 00, Blaine Cohen. 11 is Kaysen Jackson. 4 is Noah Hill. 3 is Christian Adams behind the plate. Number 3 is Deegan Pite, and in the pitcher circle is Hank Goff, number 18. So we're a little behind. Our first pitch at 11:26 is swung on and missed by Braden Jones. So we're about 26 minutes behind schedule. Avon Park was a 12-7 winner over West Volusia in our 9 o'clock game. Avon Park with a 7-run fourth. That was the difference. Ground ball past the pitcher. Shortstop has it. Fires over to first. In time. 6-3. Just to let you know, they have roofs over, both, stands on the third and first base side. The one on the first base side is obstructing our view of first, so we have to keep our eye on the base umpire to let you know what happened there. Pitch is, he lets that one ride, does Bryson Lewis. West Volusia put up 4 in the bottom of the 6th to make that game interesting, but a fielder's choice ended it at 12-7. It's a swing and a miss. Unfortunately, it is audio only for this tournament, as the internet is not strong enough here to do the video, so our apologies there. He squares around a bunt. Pitcher comes off. Bare hands over to first. And I believe he is safe. Even the base umpire was obstructed by the roof. The winner of this one gets Avon Park in the 11 o'clock game here tomorrow. The loser takes on West Volusia in the 9 o'clock game in the elimination bracket. Throw down to second, and he didn't slide. It made that awfully close, but Lewis is in there safely. Sneads with the Pirates across the front, which is, I believe, the high school back there. And the pitch squares around a bunt and bunts it foul. In Sneads, it's the gold Pirates and the gold numbers across the back with, I believe, blue trim, and the pinstripes on the shirts. Squaring around a bunt again, and he gets it down, and I believe that might be strike 3, or is that strike 2? I believe that's strike 2. Okay. So Gerald Bates, your batter. It'll be his 4th pitch of the at-bat. Again, batters are allowed 5, but must swing on the 5th, the pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 3. Bryson Lewis still at second with Lane Poitras, the batter. Poythress. There are 6 teams here in the Division II tournament. The top 2 will advance to Ruston, Louisiana for the Division II World Series. Actually, I take that back. I believe it's in Lumberton, North Carolina, the Division II tournament. That's a swing and a miss, because Ruston is hosting the Coach and Machine Pitch the final weekend of July. with the main event, the AAA Majors and O-Zones, the Saturday after. I believe August 2nd is that Saturday. Pitch to Poitras, swung on and foul tipped at the plate. The 0-2 is swung on, chopped. Pitcher has to get around the pitching machine. Second base has over to first. Not in time, and a run is going to score. So Sneads will take the 1-0 lead. Infield hit from Poitras and the RBI. Caden Taylor, the batter. His pitching coach, or the pitcher, telling the batter to move in, and he pops one off the backstop. Pitch number 2 is low for a ball as he lets that one ride. You can hear the wind picking up in our crowd mic. Popped up on the infield. Pitcher underneath it. Oh, and he gets over his head. Falls in front of the shortstop and the second baseman. But the runner at first is going to be out easy on the 6 unassisted. So call that a fielder's choice. Sneads gets a run, and they leave a runner on base. So after a half inning, Sneads on top 1-0. San Antonio coming to bat for the first time. This is the batting lineup they will use. 34 is Easton Newsom at second base. 1 is Bryson Finley at first. 4 is Noah Hill in right center. 72 is Wyatt Comer at short. 7 is Eric Fry. 18 is Hank Goff in the pitcher circle. 13 is Deegan Pite behind the plate. 10 is Cody Carroll. 00 Blaine Cohen in left. 11 is Kaysen Jackson in left center. 26 Gabe Burgos in third. And number 3 is Christian Adams in right. Derek Comer, the manager. Wes Fry, Chris Burgos, Justin Newsom, the assistant coaches. Defensively for Sneads. Across the infield from left to right, from third to first, to be number 77, Caden Taylor. 24, Gerald Bates. 7 is Braden Jones. 33, Aiden Lanier. The outfield from left to right, number 10, Maddox Gooden. 2, Lane Poitras. 9 is Connor Hall. 19, Berno Bear Baxley. Behind the plate, 86 is Bryson Lewis. In the pitcher circle, 11 is Bowen Melanson. And as we mentioned, the winner will play Avon Park in a winner's bracket game at 11. Loser drops into the elimination bracket. They'll take on West Volusia at 9 tomorrow. We have 3 games here on day 1. We'll have 4 tomorrow. 9, 11, 2, and 4. So there's a built-in break between games 2 and 3. During our opener, we had a lot of gray overcast skies. A lot of that has moved out as the sun is beaten down, and we can see the sky nice and blue. We do have some, I guess you could call it partly cloudy skies. The weather, the rain chances at 20% through the noon, 1 and 2 o'clock hours, jumping up to 60 at 3 and 80 at 4. So a race against the clock. We only have 2 games here, but the T-ball divisions, I think, both have 4 games, so that 3 o'clock game could be possibly in jeopardy. But we hope not. I want to give a big shout-out to Mr. Tony Smith, the longtime state director here in Florida. He's been a big fan of Jock Jives for many years. Sam Rudd is here along with Brian Cox. That's 2 of the 3 national directors. No Don Morris today. I'm assuming we'll see him in Bristol for the entirety of that tournament. He's from Quincy, so that's a little closer to his part of the world. Go Gators. I say that jokingly because he's a huge FSU fan. As Easton Newsom will step in for St. Anne here with the patriotic batting helmet. Popped up, that'll get out of play to the right side. It's got stars around the top with the red and white stripes around the side. I don't like that. Pitch number 2, line shot, second baseman, he bobbles it, and Newsom is going to beat it out for an infield hit. As Bryson Finley to the plate.
Now batting number 1, Bryson Finley.
In Dixie Youth is offering a Division II World Series for the first time this year for the smaller parks to give them a chance to enjoy the World Series experience that they may not usually get, competing against the bigger parks. Lumberton, North Carolina, I believe, will be the site of that. We've had a World Series there, actually 2 of them. I think it was in 13 and 14 or 14 and 15, somewhere in there. The bigger parks, the Division I World Series, will be in Ruston, Louisiana. Park is being constructed as we speak. I understand it's going to be turf fields, about 30 fields in the complex. It's going to be gorgeous. Ground ball, shortstop. Oh, in between the wickets. That'll be an E6 around third. A runner will score as the ball goes through the legs of Bates. And just like that, we're tied at 1. Newsom coming in to score. Number 4 is Noah Hill. I believe Sneads is the only Panhandle team here in Division II. As Hill takes a strike, the throw down, and he's going to be sliding in safely. We have not seen a runner get thrown out yet today. We've had a couple close calls, but it's a long throw for a little 8-year-old to make. Pitch number 2 is swung on and missed. Runner headed to third. This could be a close play. Gets away from the third baseman. Trickles away. They're going to send him in. The throw from the short coming in home is going to be offline. And the boys of San Antonio with the 2-1 lead. San Antonio taking advantage of a couple of errors here. Still nobody out for the number 3 batter, Noah Hill, who will swing and miss. Thought he had struck out, but it was only 2 strikes. So Hill said, I want to get back in the box, as Comer will go back to the on-deck circle. And the pitch. Swung on, foul back. So I believe that is 3 pitches. He has 2 more to work with. Batters are allowed 5 pitches in at bat, but must swing on number 5. Swung on and foul back. Oh, and I think it got a piece of the catcher as Lewis had that throwing hand exposed there. He didn't have it poked behind his body, but he gives us a thumb up sign, so he gets a nice hand for fighting through that. Another pitch is swung on, ground ball, right side. Second baseman has it over to first, and he's safe. Call that an infield hit. Again, cannot tell from here where first base is, and I guess the throw gets away from the pitcher. He's going to be safe at second. So the runner at second with nobody out. Still nobody out as Wyatt Comer to the plate.
Batting number 72, Wyatt
Comer, the shortstop. And the first pitch he sees, he lets ride. Runner headed to third, and they didn't tag him. He tagged the base. He didn't tag the runner. He would have been out. Would have been our first out on the base pass in this one. Throw got to Taylor in plenty of time, and he tagged the base. He just didn't tag the runner sliding in. He would have been out easy. Pitch swung on and fouled off the backstop. As Eric Fry waits on deck. San Antonio with the 2-1 lead here in the first. And the pitch is swung on, fouled off the backstop again. So now 2 strikes. Flags blowing from left to right. The Dixie flag and one of the district flags out there. The 1-2, he lets ride. This will be pitch number 5 coming up. As the catcher's looking the runner back, he's standing on third base. Wind really picking up as it blows in. Again, chance of rain later this afternoon, so we'll see. The 2-2 swung on and hit to left field. That'll get down and past the left fielder, and we got a foot race. One is in. It's going to be a 2-base. He's going to head for third, and they're going to send him around. The throw's coming into home, and he is going to be, he bobbled the ball. He would have had him. He would have had him, but the ball squirted out of the catcher's glove. I guess you'd call that the inside the park home run. For Wyatt Comer, it's now 4-1. Good throw from the shortstop, Bates. The catcher had it in his glove, but the ball was squirting around in that glove, and he reached out to tag the runner, and the ball popped free. So still nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Eric Fry, one of the 2 defensive replacements. Again, every player must play 3 consecutive defensive outs before the end of the game. And the pitch is swung on, hit to the right side. It'll drop in for a base hit. Right fielder has it, and he'll run it into second. So 5 straight base runners here for San Antonio. Still nobody out. It's Hank Goff, G-O-U-G-H, pronounced Goff, to the plate.
Now batting number 18, Hank Goff.
That's that one ride. So 4 more pitches for Hank Goff. San Antonio with a big 4-run first and still nobody out. Teams are allowed 7 an inning at most. San Ann flirting with that here in this first inning as he takes a pitch. So 3 more pitches. Low for a ball. Ball 3. Runner headed to second, and he'll slide in safely. (4-1) our score here in the bottom of the first. Game 2 of our triple header here on opening day of the Machine Pitch State Tournament here in Division 2. That one lets ride. Now he's got 2 left to work with. Franklin County and West Seminole will close out today. That'll be our 1 o'clock scheduled game. Obviously may start a little later, as this one got started about 25 minutes late. The pitch swung on and missed. Is that Strike three, apparently it was. So the first out of the inning is Deegan Pite. P-I-E-T, pronounced Pite. Number 13 playing behind the plate, and he pops one up, coming right at us. Almost hit the crowd mic. And a little painful in the headset. One strike. Reminds me of a funny story I'll have to share before this one's over. Swung on, up the box. That'll get into center field for a base hit. Runner around third will head home to make it 5-1. I believe it was 2012. We were doing I think it was on the softball side, a Dixie Softball World Series in South Carolina. The windows did not open, so we had to use wireless microphones for our crowd mic. They had these stairs that went down to field level, and they had, a railing. So what we did is we took twist ties or whatever and tied them to the guardrail at ground level. The throw to second will not be in time. And apparently one of the girls thought it was an American Idol tryout because she pulled the microphone away from the stands, and all we could hear is, "Go Mississippi! Go Mississippi!" And we had no idea where the microphone was. I'm about to have a breakdown because I was about to go on the air, and we had to find the microphone and take it from this girl who was singing into it. It's funny now, but it certainly wasn't funny at the time. So 1-2 here to Cody Carroll. Pitch to Carroll is swung on, and I believe that strike three? No. And the ball gets away from the pitcher, and I think time was called. Now the throw goes away from the catcher. It was tipped. That's what they're saying. The base umpire says it was tipped, so I believe that runner needs to go back to second. No? No, there he goes. So the runner at second is Deegan Pite, who singled. A 5 spot here for San Antonio and looking for more. Pitch is swung on, popped up a mile-high left side third baseman. Foul ground. Oh, he loses his footing and falls. He had a bead on it, but feet came out from under him. So new life here for Cody Carroll. I believe this will be pitch number 5. You can imagine, it's hard to get those legs moving in this heat. And he is beating down on you. And poor Caden Taylor just lost his footing trying to track that ball. Swung on and missed. I believe it was missed for strike 3. The throw down to third. Oh, it gets away from the third baseman. It's going to go into left field, and a run is going to score on the air. Makes it 6-1. So Blaine Cohan batting from the left side. 0-0 with the patriotic helmet. It looks like all the San Antonio batting helmets have the patriotic look going with the red, white, and blue. Pitch is low for a ball. You got the batter at the plate, the on-deck batter. I thought I saw a third one in the dugout. I do see a regular blue batting helmet from here, but most of them have that patriotic feel to it. Pitch to Cohan is swung on and missed. So 3 left. Just noticed here in this last half inning or so, the blue sky has been taken over for the most part by more gray. The pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Cohen batting from the left side. I believe this is pitch number 4 headed his way. He'll take it, so he's got 1 left. He now has to swing at everything going forward. We would see Dad with the phone up against the fence. Corey sees wearing a big 00 on the back of his shirt, so that kind of gives it away. So Dad getting a good shot of this at bat here. The 2-2 pitch is swung on, and is it missed? Yes, for the strikeout. So 3 strikeouts in the inning, but not before San Antonio puts up a half dozen here in the bottom of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the second. We want to give a big shout out to the 7 Hotel here in Sebring, putting us up these next few days. Today is Saturday, so they will have weekend live entertainment from 6 to 10 out on the patio. Had a special on Friday night. It's a large one-topping pizza and 2 fountain drinks for $9. And 3/4 of that pizza is still in my hotel room. A lot of cheese on that pizza. Very nice hotel. You go outside the balcony, you can see the Speedway in the background. Sebring Speedway. Not a NASCAR track. I guess it's a IRL, Indy Racing League track. Open wheel racing. Sneads will send up their 6, 7, 8 batters. Lanier, Highsmith, Baxley. Oh, I think we have some defensive changes for San Antonio. So Eric Fry is now in the outfield for Kaysen Jackson. Again, all players must play 3 consecutive defensive outs for the close of the game. Aiden Lanier, A-D-E-N. Definitely one of the taller 8-year-olds we've seen so far. Stepping back in the box, and he takes a big swing and a miss. We were noticing in the previous game, especially on the West Volusia side, a lot of their batters playing up in the box. Now Lanier starting to creep up and closer to the plate. Wide stance. And his second pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. It'll be Aiden Lanier, Jacoby Highsmith, Barano Bear Baxley. The 3 scheduled batters for Sneads. Connor Hall will bat if any of those reach. Pitch number 3, let's ride. And the pitch, swung on, ground ball. Off the pitching machine to the second baseman is a dead ball. I think he will get first base. Yes, the problem was the pitcher, Goff, was playing to the right side of the machine and had to go around the machine to try to make the play. I believe Lanier will get the
17, Jacoby Highsmith.
That's Jacoby Highsmith to the plate. Swung on and missed. Throw down to second. Close play. Oh, he overruns the base. He overruns the base. He's going to get tagged out. He ran past the base. That's a live ball. He didn't slide, and then he ran about 8 feet past the base. He's going to be tagged out 6 unassisted for out number 1. And the pitch swung on and missed. And the Weather Channel is telling us storms are possible starting at 3:15 Eastern. So, pitch swung on, hit down the right side. That'll be foul. The free agency starts tomorrow in the NBA. As a Boston Celtics fan, I am definitely interested. Not sure what to do with my Kyrie shirt. Well, let's say I can't say it on the broadcast. The pitch swung on and missed. just did not have a good series at all against Milwaukee. Of course, Jason Tatum didn't either. But so Kemba Walker's the big possible get for my Celtics. So we'll see Jacoby Highsmith. Actually, that's Baxley now at the plate. With 2 down now here in the second. Pitch to Baxley is swung on and missed. So that's 2 strikes. He has 3 left to work with. The pitch swung on, chopper. Pitcher has it. Over to first. And they got him. So a 3-up, 3-down inning after the out on the base pass. So after 1.5, we'll head to the bottom of the second. San Antonio looking to add to a 6-1 lead. As the wind really whipping those flags out there. And actually the windbreaker, you know, the cloth that's on the fence has come loose and it's blowing pretty hard as well. And we mentioned earlier that Bristol, starting a week from today, will be hosting the AAA Majors and Ozone State Tournaments. It's the second straight year that the traditional majors have been in Bristol, which is just on the eastern side of the time change. There is a bridge connecting Bristol and Bluntstown. Bluntstown's in the central time zone. So San Antonio will send up batters 10, 11, and 12. Jackson, Burgos, and Adams. Might be able to hear the wind whipping around in the crowd mic out here on the roof. I think we're going to have some changes for Sneads as their coach is making its way to the walkie-talkie. We'll try to listen in. So it looks like Highsmith and Micah Williams will take Caden Taylor's place at third. So Micah Williams now at third. Jacoby Highsmith in the pitcher circle. So Sneads will have met its defensive requirements at the end of this half inning. Getting 3 consecutive defensive outs.
Casey number 11, Casey Jackson.
This is interesting. This is the second game in a row we've had a Kason Jackson. Avon Parks was K-A-S-E-N. San Antonio's is C-A-Y-S-O-N, and he fouls one down the right side out of play. Swung on, fouled back. That's now 0-2. Again, in the 3 o'clock hour, the percentage is 60%. So let's hope that rain stays away a few more hours after that. But we are seeing a lot of gray and white clouds to our left. That's swung on and missed. Mike Rideout, one of our Jock Jive broadcasters, lives in Gainesville, so he's close to this part of the world. Says it always rains in Sebring. So let's hope it's during the night and it's not heavy, the pitch. Lets that one ride. I believe this is pitch number 4 coming up here. And the pitch headed home. Swung on chopper to the right side. Second baseman has it over to first. And he is safe. That'll be an infield hit. You could tell from the trajectory it didn't have a whole lot of juice on it, and it must have one hopped and may have gotten away from the first baseman. Again, if you didn't catch us mentioning it the first time, the roof that hangs over the bleachers to the right side down the first base line is obstructing our view of first base. So we just hope that the first base umpire is not behind the roof either, so we can tell you what happened. The pitch. Big swing and a miss by Burgos. This is his first at bat. Number 11 batter. Where's number 26 batting from the left side? Again, it is Franklin County and West Seminole coming up in our final game today. The pitch. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. Now the winner of that one won't play until the 7 o'clock game on Sunday, so if the three-way tie occurs with three teams with one loss, that winner will have to play twice because they got that bye there. And the pitch lets that one ride, so two more for young Mr. Burgos. Burgos as Jackson steals second. Pitch number 4 is swung on, chopped to the third base, and he takes a funny hop and gets underneath his glove, trickling into left. Must have hit a dirt clog or something because it changed trajectory on Micah Williams there at third. And good heads-up base running from Burgos. He's at second. San Antonio threatened to run away with this one early with two runners on here with nobody out. As Christian Adams to the plate, the number 12 batter. I did not see if they dragged the infields in between games, but that ball just spun away from the third baseman over there. As San Antonio now with two runners on. The runner at third is Jackson. The runner at second is Burgos. Already up 6-1. And the pitch to Adams is swung on and missed. He has 3 pitches left to work with, but I believe 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and missed. I believe that's a strikeout. Yep. So 1 down. Back to the top of the lineup, Easton Newsom. Throw gets away from the pitcher, and a run is going to score, and the trail runner will take third. So Jackson makes it 7-1. As he comes in to score as Burgos goes second to third. Easton Newsom reaching on an error and scored in his first at bat. That's a swing and a miss. I believe that is 1 strike. That's the first pitch of this inning, I believe. As the sun is starting to beat down a little bit, as it is blue directly above us, but there is a big patch of white and gray to our left. That's a swing and a miss. Driving down here from Pensacola yesterday, drove through, I think, 2 or 3 patches of rain. And unfortunately, 2 or 3 different accidents along the way, too. I think there was one on 75 and one on the Turnpike. The pitch lets that one ride. So 2 left. The pitch is a swing and a miss. And did he tip it? He did not. That's another strikeout. It's interesting that all 5 outs for San Antonio have been via the strikeout. Despite that, they lead 7-1 as the left-handed hitting Bryson Finley to the plate with a runner at third. He pops one up, and that will get out of play off the top of the little press box outside. That woke those kids up there, the San Antonio fans. They're watching, one of them holding up a sign, actually. That one's popped up left side of the infield. The third baseman and shortstop collide, and the ball falls to the ground. So that'd be a base hit and an RBI as Finley drives in a run, driving in Burgos to make it 8-1. You can hear in the crowd, Mike, a couple parents out there saying, "Call mine, mine, mine." So you don't have those collisions out there. As Noah Hill reached on a single, he scored a run. He pops one right side. Second baseman trailing out in shallow right. Can't make the play. And he'll be safe at first. The runner's going to take first to third. Good base running there by Finley going first to third. And while they look the runner back, the trail runner, Hill, wisely taking second. As Wyatt Comer had the inside the park home run, the 2-run inside the park home run. Lets that one ride for ball one. So 4 pitches left here for Wyatt Comer. Pitch number 2. Chopper. Pitcher knocks it down, recovers. Bare hands going to fire to the plate. It's not a force. He throws it high and he's safe. Runner will head to third. Trail runner to second. It's 9-1. So Comer with the fielder's choice, plating a run. Finley coming in. Hill going to third. Comer to second. As number 7, Eric Fry, singled and scored his first time up. And the first pitch to Fry, he lets it ride. So 4 more left. The pitch swung on, ripped down the right side. It's a fair ball. Oh, nope, he's out. Again, sorry about that, folks. Couldn't tell if it was to the right fielder who threw him out, or the left, or the third baseman made the, or the first baseman made the play. Either way, that ends the inning. But San Antonio tacks on 3 more. They leave 2 on. We will head to the top of the third. It's been all San Antonio so far, 9-1. Our score. Game 2 of our opening day triple header of the 2019 Florida DYB Machine Pitch Division 2 State Tournament. And you're listening to JockJive.com. Sneads will send up 9, 10, and 11, and Connor Hall, Maddox, Gooden, Bowen, Melanson here in the top of the third. They trail 9-1. If you're just tuning in, wondering why your screen is blue, unfortunately this is an audio-only broadcast, as the internet isn't strong enough here in Sebring to do video, so our apologies for that. But hopefully won't discourage you from watching or listening to the broadcast. We'll be here through Tuesday and possibly Wednesday. I believe the T-ball division, the if game would be on Wednesday at 9 in the morning. The if games and the machine pitch would be Tuesday night. As time is called. Not sure as the base umpire is coming in to have a word with us. Not sure if we have some defensive changes for San Antonio. As the San Antonio coach, I guess, is making some changes. So Cody Carroll, number 10, is in right for Christian Adams. That's the other defensive replacement, as Jackson back in for Fry in left center. So that'll solve the defensive requirements for San Antonio after this half inning, as we'll get underway here in the top of the third. Hall swings and hits one down the left side, foul by a couple feet, as the sun is out big time now. But again, we do have a big batch of clouds to our left side, which is threatening. Again, forecast anyway says could get rain here in the next few hours. That swung on, foul back. Good cut there by Connor Hall. He's now 0-2. I thought it was 3 consecutive defensive outs. It might be 2. We'll have to check on that. Every player gets 2 innings. My mistake. So I believe it's the older divisions, the AAA majors and ozone, where it's only 3 consecutive defensive outs. Here it's 2 innings. Okay. So my mistake on that. Pitch is swung on and missed. That'll be a strikeout. We have seen 5 strikeouts on the San Antonio side. That is now number 3 for Sneads, as Maddox Gooden, the left fielder, to the plate. Swung on, chopper. Shortstop backing up the pitcher. He'll throw to first and get him. Good play there by Wyatt Comer, backing up Goff on the 6-3 for out number 2. That's 4 in a row retired by the San An defense. Bowen Melanson plays in the pitcher circle. He comes to the plate. And lets that one go. Closing in on the midway point of our coverage today. Again, 3 games scheduled here in the machine pitch division. We'll have 4 tomorrow. That one's chopped to the right side. Going to be a foot race. Second base charging in over to first. And he is safe. Not sure if he beat it out or he threw it wide. Either way, 2-out base runner for Sneads as Michael Williams to the plate.
Michael Williams, number 6.
That's a swing and a miss. I believe they do this here in the state tournaments, where you see the district flags hanging out in the outfield, and once a team is eliminated, part of the ceremony is they go retrieve that flag. Pitch swung on and missed. Of course, the key is to be able to bring home that World Series flag, which they'll have to bring home from Ruston, Louisiana. That's a swing and a miss. Ball gets away, but that is a strikeout, and out number 3. The runner's still running, but I believe it's 3 outs. Yeah, it's 3 outs, but he still got his running in anyway, does number 11, Melanson, but the strikeout was the 3rd out of the inning. So Sneads will leave a runner on. They've left 2 on through 2.5. Mathematically, San Antonio can end it here if they go for 7 this inning. They lead by 8. So San Antonio will send up Goff, Pite, and Carroll. They're 6, 7, 8 batters. Again, I'm going to give another shout out to the 7 Sebring Hotel, who've been our host. It is home of the $8 lunch special. The Apex Burger is a handcraft burger topped with ruby red tomatoes, sliced red onions, crisp lettuce, and a choice of cheese served on a soft, freshly baked brioche roll with signature chips tossed in our secret salt seasoning, and a fountain drink served daily from 11 to 2. So again, the winner of this one will face Avon Park in the 11 o'clock game tomorrow in the winner's bracket. Loser will play in the opener. It will be an elimination game against West Volusia at 9 here on Elks Field, if you're familiar with the Max Long Complex here in Sebring. See, there is a nice big batting cage and over the right center field fence.
Number 18, Hank Goff.
Again, no World Series for the T-Ballers, but both the champion and the runner-up here in Division I and II will advance to World Series play. The first time that there has been a Division II in Dixie will be in Lumberton, North Carolina. The pitch, swing and a miss by Goff. Division I winner will head to Ruston, Louisiana. That park is being built as we speak. Saw in a YouTube video. I've been told they will be turf fields. That'll be nice. That is popped up right side. Second baseman underneath it. Oh, and he gets over his glove, landing into shallow right for a base hit. Braden Jones had the paw up there in plenty of time, just got out of his reach.
Number 13, Deegan Pite.
Pardon me, as Deegan Pite to the plate. He singled and scored his first time. Again, mathematically, San Antonio can end the game in the third inning here, but they need 7. It swung on, and I think it got a piece of the catcher. Actually, it was a swing and a miss. Hopefully Bryson Lewis, yeah, he looks to be all right. Looked like he was limping there for just a second. So 4 more pitches here for Deegan Pite. D-E-E-G-A-N. Pite is P-I-E-T. And his second pitch is swung on, popped up, right side, second baseman underneath it, and he can't get to this one, but he fires to first, and it won't be in time. And the runner at third, thinking about it, halfway home, now he'll head back. And the trail runner smartly takes second on the play. Been an adventure of an inning for Braden Jones as one got out of his outstretched hand and then came charging in on a pop-up that fell in front of him. That's Cody Carroll to the plate, number 10. He struck out his first time. And San Antonio can end it here in the third with a 7 spot. 2 runners in scoring position already. That's what they're thinking. They're thinking, let's get out of this blazing heat and back to the hotel. So 4 more here for Cody Carroll as Blaine Cohan waits on deck. 9-1 our score. The pitch. Chop, pitcher bobbles to the right, recovers, and he'll just put it in his pocket. That'll be an infield hit, and the bases are loaded. Blaine Cohan, as we mentioned, struck out his first time as Kason Jackson to the on-deck circle. The pitch is a swing and a miss. Pitch number 2, headed home and is ripped to the right side and gets into right field for a hit. One run's going to score. Runner around third. He's going to come into scores. The throw comes into short. So a 2-run single for Cohan makes it 11-1. Kason Jackson had an infield hit his first time, and he came in to score.
Kason Jackson, number 11.
Pitch low. Again, our finale here on day 1 will be Franklin County West Seminole. That'll be scheduled for 1, but may start a little late. Pitch swung on and was it missed or tipped? No, they're saying it's missed. The runner headed to third, and he's going to be safe as the ball gets away from the third baseman, trickling into left field as he gets up and scores. And they're going to send the runner from second too. So 2 runners going to score on the throwing error. And it's 13-1. So barring a huge comeback here, looks like we're going to have San Antonio and Avon Park in a winner's bracket game at 11. Pitch swung on, right side. It will fall into shallow right for a base hit. So Jackson with the flare. He's on for the second time as Gabe Burgos to the plate. He reached on a single and scored his last time.
Number 26.
So the possible game-ending run is in the hole for San Antonio. Pitch, lets that one ride. Again, the run rule is 15 after 3, so they mathematically could get there this inning. Pitch, lets that one ride. So 3 more. Pitch number 3, that's a swing and a miss, so 2 more for Burgos. Christian Adams waiting on deck. Burgos with a single and a run scored in the second inning. That's a swing and a miss. The 2-2. Actually, that was that the 5th pitch? Yeah, he lost track of the pitch count, so Burgos strikes out because he takes pitch number 5. Christian Adams to the plate. So even if San Antonio does not get 3 more here in the 3rd, they can end it in the top of the 4th with the 12-run lead. It's 15 after 3, 10 after 4. So Sneads Pirates will need a couple of runs to keep the game going. They can get out of this inning as Adams with the swing and a miss. The 0-1 is a swing and a miss. believe 3 more pitches. The pitch is a swing and a miss, and I believe, is that strike 3? That is strike 3, so 2 outs here for Easton Newsom. Pitch is swung on, popped up right side off the netting. So if Sneads can end it here without number 3, they're going to need 3 runs to keep the game going into the bottom of the 4th. Pitch swung on, popped up. That'll get out of play off the press box. So 3 more pitches here for Easton Newsom, who's been on base once and struck out once. Newsom scored in that 6-run first. Number 3, ripped down the right side, and it is a fair ball. Down into the corner as a run is going to score. And it'll be a double. He's thinking 3. The shortstop will throw to third. It gets wide. He's going to try to score. The throw coming home will be offline. So I guess if you're San Antonio, you're saying it's inside the park home run, but more like a triple and an error. So that makes it 15-1. So 1 more run will end it. As Bryson Finley to the plate, he's scored twice and drove in 2. One of them with a single. Ground ball, right side. Second baseman has it over to first. And he is safe, apparently. Could not tell because of the roof hanging over, so the runner at first could end it here if he scores. As Noah Hill to the plate. Noah Hill with 2 hits, 2 singles, and a run scored. And when ripped down the third base line, that's a fair ball. Knocked down by the left fielder. Runner will head to second and stay there. So Noah Hill, 3 for 3. As Wyatt Comer to the plate, if he can plate the run from second, this game will end here. Lets that one ride. Throw down to third. It's going to get away. Oh, we got a collision at third, and he will stay there. As Finley plowed into the runner at Williams, I believe, at third. So now a stolen base or wild pitch, something along those lines could end it. Pitch to Comer. Swung on, popped up. That'll get out of play to the left. Then your runner at third, Bryson Finley. Noah Hill, the runner at second. The pitch swung on, popped up a mile high left side. Third baseman in foul ground. Can't make the play. Comer with the 2-run inside the park home run earlier in the first inning. Also drove in a run on a fielder's choice with 3 RBIs. And the pitch swung on right side. Second baseman has it over to first. And apparently it gets away. And 2 runs are going to score, and that should be it. So the throw from second gets away. So Comer will drive in 2 runs, and That should be it. It's 17-1, and that's going to be your final. So in 3 innings, San Antonio wins this one. Actually, I don't think the last run will count, so I think technically the final will be 16-1. So San Antonio will advance in the winner's bracket, take on Avon Park in the 11 a.m. game. Sneads goes into the elimination bracket, and we'll take on West Volusia at 9 a.m. So that'll do it from here. 2 down, 1 to go. We'll be back here in about 30 minutes with Franklin County and West Seminole. Jason Thompson signing off, wishing you wherever you tuned in today a pleasant afternoon.